Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Something a little different today. Kind of a short little video. Nancy and I just got back from a road trip. We went over to San Diego, California to celebrate our oldest granddaughter's birthday. I mean, you have to go. While we were on the way, we stopped in Welton, Arizona, which is where my buddy Jim and I went in January for the Southwest Forgotten Iron Tractor and Engine Show. And we just pulled in there for a little pit stop, get gas, and we found this little restaurant, and we decided to have lunch there. It's called the Desert Penguin. Well, that was a fun little restaurant. The food was great, and the prices were very reasonable. So we had a very enjoyable lunch there. Well, we went on to San Diego, and of course, we got there a few days early because our youngest granddaughter was being featured in a after-school program. They do skits and music and stuff like that, and her submission was selected by their board, and so her and two of her friends did a nice little presentation, and of course we're in the crowd screaming, yelling, clapping, being obnoxious. You gotta cheer for your grandkids, I mean. Well, anyway, while we were in San Diego, we were made aware of a thrift shop. And of course, I got Nancy's ears perking right away, and mine too. And the place is called AmVets, and the proceeds from AmVets all go towards American veterans. AmVets, American veterans, you get the idea. And we were pleasantly surprised. So Nancy and I picked a day. The daughter and I had some things to do. Our son was at work. Granddaughters were in school. So, well, hey, we got to go check out. We got to go check out the thrift shop. Which we did, and it was not a disappointment. And naturally, being the type of level 1 hoarders that we are, we got everything we could. You know, we had to account for our luggage as well, so we had to be careful there. But we managed to fill up the back end of Subaru Forester with all kinds of treasures. And then we went to Old Town San Diego afterwards, and went to some of the shops. I got to go see the blacksmith shop, and then we had a really nice lunch at a local Mexican restaurant there. Fabulous food. And so anyway, I'm going to quit blathering. I'm going to show you what I brought back from AmVets in San Diego. First up, I picked up this awesome tripod made in Italy because I broke my last one. This is really well built. I mean, it's heavy. The legs telescope, the top telescopes, rotates 360 degrees. I got a level bubble there. It's really a nice shape. Let's see. This is a Manfrotto, distributed by Bogan, made in Italy. So I finally got a really good tripod for filming these videos. So hopefully the quality of my videos will be a little better now that I've got a decent tripod. Next up is this Jorgensen number 128 8-inch C-clamp made in the USA. Other than a little surface rust on the Acme thread, it is in pristine condition. So you can see Jorgensen, made in the USA, 8-inch. Number 128, I paid $4 for that clamp. And you guys, especially you older guys, you know, in your shops, you can never, ever have enough clamps. And so this is going to get added to the hoard, and since it's an 8-inch and really solid, husky cast iron, that's 3/4-inch Acme thread there with the swivel head on it. I'll put this into service when I'm working on heavier stuff. But, I mean, go price these things in the hardware store or online. You ain't going to find a clamp like that for $4. I'm thrilled. And I forgot to mention, I paid $19 for that tripod. you can't get, even a Chinese-made tripod retailer on Amazon for $19. So, yeah. Now, this box of threaded fasteners, I'm a real sucker for hardware. Always have been, always will be. I paid $12 for this entire box, and there's a box within a box that you'll see in a minute. But gold price hardware, screws, nuts, bolts, at your local hardware store. I mean, go price a box this size. And, there's 100 screws in it. In your locality, what you're going to pay for that. Well, I got a bunch of those boxes and containers, and I got the whole shooting match for $12, plus a special surprise, which I will dig out here in a minute. The surprise is a Desco industrial quality 1-inch 14 tap, carbon steel. It's a bottom tap. It's brand new. I had to tear that plastic wrapping. It's still in its cosmoline or whatever preservative they used. Thing is in pristine new condition. So 1-inch 14 bottom tap. Now that thread pitch is a little bit on the odd size. Crappy camera work. Usually you find the 14 thread pitch under pipe sizes, and it's under 3/2 inch and 3/4. 1 inch usually goes 11.5 pitch, along with 1 1/4. But in this case, that 1-inch bottom tap, which obviously isn't a pipe tap, it's a 1/14 pitch. So that by itself is worth probably 5 times more than what I paid for the whole box. So I'm really thrilled to get that. And that was a bonus surprise when I was digging through all this hardware. Well, now I feel dumb. I should have looked at the chart a little closer. I was looking down at the pipe sizes and not up at the tap sizes. There's 1/14 right there. Yeah, that's a nice little goof on my part. But anyway, you get the idea. These 2 fine boxes are worth more than what I paid for the entire lot. This one here, dovetail joints, really well-made box. And then, of course, the larger box that everything was housed in. I imagine Nancy will confiscate these from me. But all this stuff here is Dave Grattan, Sharon's, Ivis, Builders Hardware. This is high-end stuff. This ain't Lowe's and Home Depot. This is all quality, high-end fasteners. And I got every size from soup to nuts. Number 6 flatheads, plated and stainless, through number 10 100 count boxes, all kinds of beautiful stuff. Phillips head sheet metal screws. This is, I like the box. Look at the Sharon's. Bolt and Screw Incorporated, Ashland, Massachusetts. These are wood screws. I've got Phillips head, Philister head, flathead, you name it. I got the whole gamut. Stainless and plated, all brand new. This is all brand new stuff. And you can see what whoever had this before me, what they paid for each box way back in the day. This ain't, this is probably 80s or 90s prices. This is not 21st century prices. Sheet metal screws of all different sizes and so on and so forth. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful hardware. I'm really tickled to get all this. This will augment my hardware hoard significantly because I have got an extensive collection. But there's always that one size or length you don't have, and you got to run clear into town to get hardware. That drives my wife nuts. She hates it when I got to go to town to get a couple of screws. She says, you got all that hardware out there? I know, but I don't have that size. Good old Hershey's syrup can filled with brand new T-nuts. Now, I don't do a whole lot of woodworking these days, but when I do, these really come in handy. Now, all of this hardware is quality, made in the USA, higher end stuff, except the T-nuts from the Crown Bolt Company. These are imported. Made in either Taiwan or Hong Kong. So, yeah, they came from overseas, but the rest of this stuff did not. And I will probably press this Hershey's can into service when I get the urge to make another one of those dumb things. Now, I know all you old-timers out there remember back to your childhood days in the 50s and 60s. Remember your old man's workbench? And remember the shelf above the workbench? And attached to that shelf, he screwed all the lids to baby food jars to the bottom of that shelf, and then filled all the empty glass baby food jars with screws and nuts and all that kind of stuff, and then screwed them onto those lids, and they all hung there, my dad included. I think I might retro that. If I can find some baby food jars, I think I'm going to do that with all of this hardware. Just as a memento to my dad. No matter when we travel, where we travel, we always manage to sniff out, the bargains at the thrift shops, flea markets, secondhand stores, antique shops. Nancy and I have done that our entire married life together, which is almost 46 years now. Bless her heart, what a patient woman. Well, anyway, we'll wrap this one up here. You got to see some of the treasures I brought back from the little road trip to San Diego and visit to AmVets. Nancy got quite a few treasures too. They're all over in her art studio, and where she will put that to use in all of her creations. She's seriously considering starting her own YouTube channel, arts related, and so when she launches that, I will let you all know. Those of you in the fine arts, craft, and music genres, I think you'll find what she has to offer is quite substantial and entertaining and innovative. She's quite a remarkable gal, and what she's doing with this old hick, I'll never know. But I am blessed beyond measure to have her around. New subscribers, welcome. Glad you're here. We've picked up a few more. Feel free to banter with us in the comments. We have a group of us that we engage each other in the comments with good-hearted banter. Existing subscribers, as always, thanks for being here and being with us and sharing all of our junk on this scrap journey. And happy birthday to my pal Jan Kotza in South Africa. And I hope you had a great birthday, Jan. Mine's coming up. Maybe we should banter back and forth and share old man stories together. Okay, bye everybody. We'll pick up soon again on the Camelback Drill Press project. See you then.